All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Hi, YouTube.
Hello, everybody. Hello. We're actually on a couple places. So welcome, Jessica Zhang. Very first time with us, which is awesome.
So excited to be here.
Yeah, straight from LA. Is that right? And what do you do there?
So currently I am doing contract UX UI design, creative direction, and sort of web and graphic design here and there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's awesome. So that's probably a lot of people's history is going from sort of graphic design into web design and now sort of like UX, UI design, which is awesome to have you here for your very first time. Hello, we have everybody here. Mitch, Miriam, Madhu. Welcome, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Yes, good to see you guys. Always curious to hear where you guys are from. We're broadcasting from beautiful San Francisco, and we're all West Coast today. So, Anissa, good to see you. Simon, Drew, what's up, gang? So this is really fun. As far away as Slovenia, we have Istanbul, Ukraine. As far away as Utah, what? London, very cool. Felicia, good to see you. Fernanda, awesome. So, big shout out to Travis. Travis Nelson was just up. He'll be back tomorrow. We have Jessica. We have you for a couple hours, which is really fun. And then we have guests throughout the day. So stick around, guys. And we have a couple other things. We'll be giving away some random stuff too, by the way. So in about 45 minutes, we're just going to give away some free stuff just because we can. And then we also actually have a contest going on. So let me tell you about this. And essentially what we have is the contest is really based on this theme, which is public transportation. So just download and install Adobe XD and create an interactive experience, like a prototype, at least 3 screens, if you will, 3 artboards, right, around public transportation. Prototype it, so link those screens together, and then hit that share button, because that share button is going to give you the link, and you're going to post that link to that bit.ly, which is right down there at the bottom. So if you want to see these instructions again, hopefully you're on behance.net/live, because there's that contest tab where you can always reference these instructions. But it's pretty straightforward, and you can win Creative Cloud. Hey, it's like, why not, huh? That's kind of cool, right? I think it's cool. And guess who's going to judge this stuff? You have the honor. The pressure. Oh, the pressure. Oh, you get to, make and break hearts today.
Yeah, I look forward to everyone's work.
At least giving something away is kind of fun. So this is really cool. Well, okay, so let's dive into this. What's up, Germany? Just kind of doing a shout out. Tamara from San Francisco in the house.
Hello.
Come on by. You're awfully close. So very cool. And it's cool to have you here. First time at Adobe, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
First time here. First time live streaming, lots of firsts today.
Yes.
But you have worked with XD before, though, as well. So that's cool. And you have a little plan so what's the plan for today?
So hi everyone from all over the world, and I'm so excited to be here. So today we have 2 hours. I want to show you guys how to put together a really quick prototype in XD, and the emphasis is on speed. And so in the beginning, I'll just go over a little bit of the UX process. So we sort of understand the mindset behind designing digital softwares, digital products, and it's not all about how like it looks nice, or it's different from graphic design, because you have to consider the users and how they will interact with your product. So today I want to create an on-demand oil changing app. So you could get oil change and car wash from the app.
I like it. Can we go full screen with this bad boy?
Yeah.
So oil change and car wash on demand. So how do you see this working? Like, is it just like you have the app and ideally that you make it seamless in having them show up at your house and giving you an oil change and washing your car?
Yep.
Right? I like it.
It'll just be as convenient as Uber. You just go on, it'll locate you, or you could enter your own address, and yeah, someone will show up at your door or any location that you specify, and they'll just take care of your car for you. So yeah, that's sort of fun.
I like it. I'm into it.
Yeah, so let's start.
Hopefully that works for everybody. Hopefully that works for Sarah in Portland. Or I just picture everybody in Portland riding bikes. So I don't know. Maybe this will work for you. But this is really cool. I want this now. So I want to see it made. Actually, that's a good point, because like, is there a service out there like that? And is that a good place to, in terms of like doing research, is that a good idea? Like, oil change. I don't think there's anything out there like this, by the way. There might be. Nothing
too popular. There are some minor apps out there, but yeah, I don't really see anything that's like super popular on the market currently.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. So something that will sort of log your oil changes, and track the vitals of your car, essentially, but you're actually entering in that data. So there's nothing where they'll actually like show up at your house that I'm seeing, which is what makes this awesome.
So this is going to be a fictional app that we'll create today.
Drivo. Mauricio is already like throwing out a name. Does this have a name just yet, by the way?
So we don't have a name yet. If audience, if you could come up with something, that would be really fun.
I'll try to keep track. So there's Drivo. Actually, that's what it is. Drivo with 2 V's. Oh. All right. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's okay for the audience, guys. If you guys want to come up with a name for this, Oilo. Some of these are really hard to say. Oilo. Okay.
So we need a name and a logo. We don't. Yep.
Oh, and a logo. Let's figure out the name. Oh, Wash app. I'm digging that. I'm just gonna kind of just type it, kind of keep notes. So this is really good. You also have like a profile in here too. So you have a personal, like a use case kind of.
Yep. So let's start from the beginning. If you get a client or a business owner that kind of tells you, I want this app to be made, to be designed. How would you go about it? Right in the beginning. So don't think about how it will look. Don't, like colors, all that. The aesthetics, that's for the second stage. After you have your wireframe and sort of you kind of have like the structure of the different screens. You have to lay those out first. And before that, we need to think about, let's do this one persona, because, our time is limited. So we'll have one person that we'll imagine that she would be your kind of the demographic of how your user would be like. So I have this person, Lucy. Let's just call her Lucy, and she has 2 kids. She has a full-time job. So I guess taking care of her car is not really a priority. She doesn't have time for that. That would be our targeted user. So, busy professionals.
I like it.
All right, so now that you kind of have that mindset in place, you are designing for this group of users, and you sort of have to detach your own biases and like your own personal preference from what you're designing. So yeah, remember, you're not designing for yourself, you're designing for your targeted users.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of hard to think about, because we approach everything from our perspective, and and maybe that kind of comes in sort of like the user testing aspect potentially. It's like, how does everybody sort of work the same way you do, and that might not always be the case.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Got some good names in the chat. I've been typing them up, so thank you so much. Care, C-A-R-E, Auto Spa. I think that's probably a business already. Lucy Carr. Oh, you got some sketches here? What do you got going on here?
Right,
Let's take a look. What do we have?
I like using just pen, paper.
Here, you could even
really
you could just actually hold it down right here, and we'll switch to the fancy GoPro. Has a super. There we go.
All right, so yeah, I love just, just sketch down your ideas. And this should only take, a few minutes. And it's going to be like very raw, very rough, but that's fine because at this stage, your ideas are important, right? So you want to kind of draw everything out. And sometimes it'll take a lot more, like, a lot more sketching, a lot more sketching, and to come up with the right user flow. So this is just super rough. I'm gonna do 3 screens for today.
I like it. So we kind of start out here. It looks like we have like logo, right? Essentially, how we work might be.
Yep.
I don't know, some options.
Yeah. So my idea is to not to start off with a login screen, because I feel like a login screen is great for established apps, popular apps. Like people don't mind. They already use the apps a million times. But for like a relatively new app, like people would want to know what it does before, like they spend like 30 seconds, log it, like putting in their information, and then so I want to definitely just super simple with 4 icons, just and text. Right
and
here.
This is good because like you do need you need to start out with a benefit. Like this is why you want to even create a a login username and all that. So that's really good.
Yep. So right here we show them, okay, this is how our app works. And so the second step, we would want to convert them into our customers, right? So we have a map. So
Ooh, that's the second part right down here.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have Google Map type of stuff. And you could choose to use your current location, or you could put in your address right there. So yes, it will bring you to this screen right here, which it just lists 4 services. Just keep things simple for today.
Yeah. So it says oil change number 1, oil change number 2, car wash 1 and 2. Just like and some of that's probably just too TBD anyways, right? So it's like these are the services provided.
Yep. So really simple. They could just pick. They don't have to like spend like several minutes looking through everything. Nope. You just like 4 icons. You could just pick it. Super simple. Very fast, right? Because we want to save. Remember, we want to save user time because that's what they don't have. And so after they choose their service, then there is a login screen. Preferably do it through Google or Facebook because it would just take more time if they need to just fill in individual items on the form. So they're just log in with Google or Facebook, and preferably they could check out with one of the wallets that these apps. It's like link, like Google Wallet or PayPal. Yeah, so the whole process is just as fast as possible to get the user through the entire process.
Let's actually, if we could switch to my screen real fast, we can kind of take a look at some of the, just an FYI, these are some of the names that people have been, mentioning just as an FYI. Wash app, car care, wash oil, tune now, pristine to go, wash Leo, care, pilot, quick serve, serve and suds, cleanse. Oh, care is in there twice. Auto spa, Lucy car. And I guess keep them coming. But I think this is kind of clever. Concierge was kind of clever. So shout out to whoever did that one. So anyways, not a huge deal because this is kind of already getting into almost too much detail compared to the whole app that we have to work on, right? I mean, this is just like one part of this overall experience. So feel free to keep them coming. Ooh, tune app, car made. Oh, I also like wash app. It's like what's up, WhatsApp.
Wash app. Yeah.
All right, guys, keep them coming. Thank you so much.
Very fun names.
Oh, Sarah likes Concierge. Concierge is pretty good, but again, it's your project.
And
I'm just gonna hang out and
when
drink.
When do you have to make a decision?
Like now. This is very. No, I'm just joking. You don't have to right now. You do have time, but if one of these jumps out at you, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably just like roll with one, and that we can always change it later. I'm like this so far. I think this is pretty good, and I like Care.
Yeah,
this one's
I
good.
like that because it's short and it's
Okay.
something, you know,
Care.
people could just read it from really far away.
Congratulations to whoever came up with Care. Good job. I think that's what we're gonna go with for now. Which you guys are so smart. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what's awesome about chat. Like, I mean, that's just cool.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Don't
have
worry. This is why we
more.
give you prizes too. Just give us about 30 minutes, and we're just gonna give away something for randomly. But thank you so much, whoever came up with Care. Very clever. Want to know who you are. All
Yep.
right.
Great.
Okay, so let's switch to your screen. What have we got here?
All right, so now that we have like this sketch, we could just go into XD and start the wireframe. Oh, and before I do the wireframe, I want to show you guys sort of like a stylescape of, you know, the app that, you know, what I have in mind of how it will look. Let me open. All right, so these are Photoshop files.
Boop.
And yeah.
Look at you got the fancy new Photoshop, the latest update. Okay, so these are like sort of like just some concepting, like mood boards, kind of. Is that what these are?
Yep. And remember, you can always do this after you have the grayscale wireframe. But I just want to show these off to the audience. So you know, we still need a logo, and I guess people would be curious of how the end product would look like. So yeah, I'm just kind of giving you guys a little heads up.
I like it. I think you've like established a lot of things here. I really like the red and the angles of everything. It just has a lot of motion and says that it's fast, which is cool. And I like that red, that pop of red is pretty awesome.
Yeah, these sort of diagonal shapes and the images. All right.
By the way, if you haven't checked out Jessica's, I'm going to go to Behance.net. What is your Behance URL? What's your name on Behance?
It's Jessica Zhang and then BH for Behance.
Okay. And then B, what?
BH.
H. Will that get me there?
Let's try.
I guess we'll try. Either way, you have a fantastic portfolio, by the way.
Thank
so shout out
you.
to like all the work that you've done here. Essentially, this is like really cool, and this is what I like to see. It's like you're doing work that you'd potentially want to get. So we were looking at a couple of these. Like, look at this gorgeous travel app. Like, again, it just looks gorgeous. Like, I would want to download and install this. I love the color scheme and everything about it. It's like super slick. So
Thank
I
you.
just appreciate your design sensibility. It's easy to get caught up in the look of everything. Here we're not doing that, but just a shout out to you as a designer. I really appreciate your style. So, okay, enough bragging about you. I'll stop. I'm your
Yeah.
hype man. I'm like, hire her.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, so as a UX designer, I want to make the product look really nice, but at the same time, I want to have my process in the beginning, you know, to be accurate. So the product would be very functional, and the users would, you know, enjoy using it. You know, versus something could look really nice, but if it doesn't function that well, then, you know, people will just delete your app, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Although me as a designer, I'm like, yeah, the first one I'm going to download if I'm given two options is the one that looks a little more sexy, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, for
Just-
sure. But
yeah.
you know, in the long run,
In the
it
long run,
doesn't
if this is
Yeah.
not working for you, it's not working for you. You're
Yep.
exactly right.
All right. So what you're seeing here is just how the
Luber.
grayscale
Sorry.
wireframe would look like. All right. I'm gonna show you how to make this from scratch. All right.
Shout out to Bob Mayer for his Luber name for his app. Instead of Uber, it's Luber.
Luber.
Luber. Slow clap. I like it. That's such a good name. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. So you open up XD. You give you this screen, and we're gonna do the mobile app. So you click on this little arrow right here, you could get, today I want to do an Android app because I guess everyone else is doing the iPhone apps.
Mixing it up. I like it.
Yeah, so just click on it. So XD, it's got a lot of built-in dimensions, and also later I'll show you the UI kit. It'll save you a lot of time. Yeah, you don't have to, type in all the dimensions and that. So now you have this Android mobile screen. Yay, okay. So let me show you guys. If you click on the name right here, first of all, always name your layers and name your screens and name your files. Yeah, sometimes we forget. So let's do this home, okay. Okay, click on this. All right, there are different things that you could...
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Yes.
Because this is newer, by the way. Yeah, let's continue. Sorry.
Nope, you want to
No,
talk about the
you
new
go for
thing?
it. You're doing great. I just got all excited because this is new. So sorry.
I would start off by, kind of thinking about the grids. And this right here, you could hide it or have it show. And you could, draw over it. You get this semi-transparency. And yeah, you could line up all your boxes and your items.
Yeah, I love that. And if you just do the drop down for instead of layout, beneath that is square. So you can define the grid essentially if you want to go that route. So you have either option is fine. But I really like the layout. The layout is actually flexible. So let's change it back to layout if you don't mind. That drop down back to layout, and then grab the edge of it. And then stretch it out.
There you go.
See, it's flexible, which is kind of cool. The tricky part there is it doesn't mean your content is responsive. So if you draw, a rectangle in there, it's not going to stretch the rectangle. But I did like how you can kind of adjust it, and obviously the layout will adjust accordingly.
Yep. And I'll talk more about the responsive rep design on Thursday. So
Sweet.
Yep, and we'll definitely be using this layout feature. Okay, all right. So going back to that hand sketch, I want to just start all the way from the top and put in nav bar, the status bar, and a hamburger menu icon. And also notice that this first screen would be kind of long. It was just stretched down, and let me show you guys. I could turn this off right now. All right, so right here on scrolling, so set it to vertical. If you drag this, there you go. If you drag this down, you could just go to whatever. Yeah, you could just go to whatever length you want, but you always will have this faux right here, which is where the phone screen will end. So sort of, you can put the elements above the faux, and you decide what to do with it. And yeah. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna just start off with putting in a background. And in XD, you could load JPEG into the shapes. So it'd be easier than to just load a JPEG directly onto the artboard, because now you have something to crop out the image, and it will just automatically resize your JPEG to fit the shape later. So I'm gonna give it a color. So what I like to do for the grayscale is that I will pick out several grays, just that it would be saved to the color swatches. Yep, and then I'll have a white and a black. There you go. So later you could just go back in here and just pick from the swatches. Okay, I'm gonna give this like a super light gray. You guys see it? Let's see. Okay. All right. That would be the background, and yeah, later I'm gonna just load in a background image. All right, guys. So if you go up to File and go to Get UI Kits, yeah, I'm gonna do. You could get Apple iOS, Google Material, Microsoft Windows. This is something that's very convenient. Let me show you what it is. So this is the Google Material Design Guideline page where you could download resources. So right now I'm gonna pick, the sticker sheet for XD. Yeah.
Only 2 megs, huh?
Yep. So.
Because it's all built in XD, so a lot of.
Open up. Yep. So XD will open up a new window, and you can copy and paste, or just drag and drop it onto the screen that you're working on. So right now I want the status bar on top. I could definitely go in and just make one from scratch. But today I want to just use copy and
if you
paste.
could do a copy and paste, do it.
Yep, we have the resources right here. So if you hold Alt and this is just for my mouse. Like if I use the little scroll thing, and it will zoom in and out, and then hold down the space bar, you can pan around the image. So I think status bar. All right, I just see one right here. I want to use that. So notice how everything's grouped together. You could just ungroup everything. Oh. There's so many ways to do this. All right.
Copy, paste.
Copy, paste. And so notice that XD, when you move the items around, you get different guides that you could snap things into. And also, later you see like a center line. You could centerify everything just by moving the items around, and then it will snap. All right. Right there. And going back to the hand sketch, I want a hamburger icon. So let's go back to the kit, UI kit right here. Let's look around. Okay, we have one. Ungroup everything. Yep, there we go.
I like how that little hamburger is set up, in that it's has an invisible box, so you can kind of grab it, and makes for a larger hit area. Now, why did you do that gray back there? That gray box?
Yeah, so later if you want any white text or any buttons that's white on top, then...
Got it.
Yep.
Because you could also change the background color of the actual homepage, too.
Yeah, you could, everything's super simple in XD. All right, so let me show you guys layers. Yay. So let's see. We could lock this. Yep, we have layers here.
Joshua, to answer your question, you can download this. This is Adobe XD, so if you have Creative Cloud, it will just magically appear in your apps. You just got to hit the install button. I love this, by the way. It was a little while before we had layers. And coming from Photoshop, I just really find a lot of comfort in layers, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Like you were doing right now, because you were accidentally grabbing the background, right? Yeah. Locked it down. Sweet.
Yeah, you could lock it, make it hide it, or Yeah, it's a lot easier than if you have to move everything layer by layer. All right, so yeah, since this is, we could adjust the margins, spacing, and everything later. We just want to get this onto XD as quick as possible, and we go into the details later. So logo. Okay, let's make that bow.
We're gonna go with care, capital C-A-R.
Yep. So anyone out there, you're waiting for a nice
I'm gonna
design.
get on that.
Waiting for a nice design. All right, so let me talk about the text. If you just click on, you just click once and start typing. Go back to the selection tool. There's this little thing right here you could drag, and then it will resize your text. Or if you want like a paragraph or a wraparound text, just type, and then this is similar to Illustrator right there. Okay, all right, that's the text tool. So next down here, I want to put how we work. So I want to have the logo and a very nice background image, and then I'll have how we work above.
And this is just a sort of a just a wireframe essentially. So there's no design in this whatsoever.
Yep.
Even though I think even the gray on gray works, by the way. For those who are wondering.
Yeah, we put in the design later.
Yeah,
It's
if you think we're
super
designing right now, you're
great.
wrong.
Yeah.
So continue.
Yeah, we want to get the structure, and then I'm gonna show you guys how.
You would probably be making a mistake if you started getting involved in the design at this point.
Exactly. You spend too much time worrying about colors and everything, and then you might miss out on the big structure. So I'm gonna show you guys a live preview on my.
Oh, we're gonna
Samsung
take a
phone.
look on the little.
Yep. So it's an
Let's
Android
do
phone,
this.
and XD has a new feature where you could wirelessly preview. So I want to just do this grayscale, and then we want to preview it on the phone to make sure all the
Sweet.
sizes work. Because sometimes some text it'll just look really bad, like on the phone, versus if you are designing on the desktop, you wouldn't know how it would actually look like until you get onto a real mobile device. So let me show you guys assets. You could create different character styles. So let's say this. So this right here, I want to use this character style later. Just adjust to your desired size and font. Let's do maybe 18. This one, we could have go in and change the font later. So,
So you can add it right over there. Character
add
styles.
it right here.
There you are. Helvetica Niui.
So
Niui.
what I'm doing with this assets panel, I'm using it as a mini style guide, and I could add in different swatches and character styles, and later I'll show you guys how to use the symbol asset. So we have this. I want this to just be above the fold so people will know that they could scroll down. And so we will have 4 icons to quickly go over how this app works. Hold down the shift key, have a circle. There'll be an icon here, and we have a little description underneath. Okay, let's just here.
Hi, Anissa. Thanks for the help there. Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, it's XD is 1.0, so it's like, well, it's maybe 3 weeks.
14.
3 weeks old. It's just it's fresh off the press, if you will. So we're actively updating it. In fact, there was an update today, so feel free to install the latest update.
Add it right there. So we do have 4 icons. So let me show you guys how to do this really quickly in XD. So select the shape and the text. And right here, there's a repeat grid. Yeah, turn it on. You will have these green lines. And there you go. Just drag it out. And you can adjust. Oops. You can adjust.
It's that easy. Repeat grid. Since XD has introduced this, I want it everywhere.
We want 40. Okay. And then you have these like extra. Just hide it. Just go like that.
Awesome. Thanks, Anissa. It looks like they're playing with it right now. Again, we're having a contest. We'll be reviewing those designs.
Let me show you guys why this is really cool. Okay, other than it just auto-populates, the shapes and the text box, this is really neat. If you drag a text file in like a list format, it just automatically change the text right here to whatever that's in the document. All right, so for this one right here, I typed it out. So how we work. So I have just 4 items. So this is in notes. What we need to do is just convert the file into a plain text file. So I'm gonna open up, however you want to do this. So I'm gonna just use Pages and File, Export, Plain Text. All right, I'm gonna save it.
I agree, Nicholas. I would love to see repeat grid in Illustrator. Would be awesome.
Okay. So, yes, select the entire grid first, and let me see.
Highlight it. Boop.
There you go. So you can adjust the text size and everything to make it fit. Okay, double click and you can edit size. Yeah, and you go back and we'll fix this later. This is just, we go back, when you do the UI, we just have the entire text here.
So so it could be any text file, drag and drop, and it will just propagate throughout the whole whole repeat grid.
Yep.
Into it.
And there'll be a Google Map sort of thing right here. So what I will do is to use screenshots. So I'll just open up my Google Map on my phone. Yeah, so I'll just get
a little Google Maps.
Yep, and then I just screenshot it.
Boom.
Yeah, and So I am using Creative Cloud library, and I'm going to just sync the file. All right.
So yeah, and if you guys aren't familiar with Creative Cloud libraries,
Could they see?
here, let's do it. Let's do it this way, so it's
Alright.
not upside down.
So
And yeah, if we can switch the GoPro.
okay, so I'll just come right here. Upload images. Oops.
We get to see all your personal stuff. Into it.
1 second.
No, that was the good stuff.
Yeah,
I want to
this is
see
like-
what's that going on here? What's the driver's license? What was that? Was that a fancy dinner? What
Let's
is
see.
that?
There
oh,
you go.
that's
Screenshot right here. And then just upload. All right, so I uploaded the screenshots, and now I can. Okay. Yeah, let's come back to my screen.
There you are. Just uploaded it, from her camera roll directly to Creative Cloud using the Creative Cloud mobile app, and
Yep.
that's where it will appear.
And there's a setting where it will automatically upload all your screenshots if you turn it on, which I turn off because I don't want it to upload all my screenshots. But it's very convenient when you have a large project and then you have like hundreds of screens and then you need screenshots for a lot of the stuff. That's a very convenient way to do it. So I'm gonna come up here. Files. Okay.
Oh, you answered your own question there, Adriano. Is XD a direct competitor to Sketch, except with prototyping built in? So it's kind of not a direct competitor because we have prototyping built in. But hey, use whatever makes you happy. We're all friends here in the Bay Area. And gotta love Photoshop as well into it. So yeah, so you guys are bringing up some good points. Like, again, we just hit 1.0. So is there ways to go? Sure. Like, do we have people actively working on it? Sure. Like, if you don't think, I would like to say that if you don't think XD has something, you're probably just going to have to wait a little bit before it even comes through. Because, like, literally today I launched XD, and you now have this new wires feature that I'd love to show off. Not right now. As far as pinning comments, a number of things. We even showed layouts this morning. We didn't have that yesterday. We have it today. So it's cool seeing it advance like at a pretty rapid rate. Some things are more complex. People have mentioned micro interactions. That gets a little more tricky. Somebody mentioned sort of pinning the menu to the bottom. That gets a little bit more complex, but definitely something that we're working on.
All right, yeah, so that's a color map, and later we'll put it in here with all the other images. And so below that, we have the use current location button. I'll just use this right here, make a rectangle, and then adjust the border radius so it'll be like a pill shape. And use current location.
Yeah, Drew, you're exactly right. Software is always like a work in progress. It's like things are just advance. We're constantly learning. Don't you feel like you're just constantly learning?
Definitely.
Going from, say, graphic design to web design. Now it's like all this UI and UX stuff, and where you have to kind of like rethink things. So this is good. All right, so let's see, what time is it?
Yeah. So below this, I want a text field where they could type in their own address. So I'm going to go back to the UI kit again and look for something that's similar. So the advantage of the UI kit is it's got the dimension and the size all pre-made. So you don't have to worry about, like if you preview it on the phone, it'll be too big or too small.
No, I think it's okay.
All right, so I have something similar for here. I'll just use that. Copy.
Betspin, by the way, Creative Cloud, we want your feedback, by the way, because I like people just kind of mentioning, maybe liking other apps over others. Like, we want to hear from you. Like, this isn't even an Adobe product. It's like the communities. We rely on you guys to, tell us what you want. Our developers work on it, because if you guys don't like it, we're doing something wrong. So it's looking good. You just kind of took that from a little UI kit there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
You should just say, hey, you made it. Yeah, I made it, Paul. You weren't watching. I'm like, you were good.
So, if you double, let me ungroup this first.
Ooh, we're getting quite a few entries for the contest, by the way. So, whew. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About seven entries for the contest, which is awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so sometimes we need to select an item that's being grouped, and you don't want to like ungroup everything and mess everything up. Just hold down Alt key, and yeah, just left double click on. Yep, and or just click once. Yeah. Instead of the magnifying glass, I'm just gonna go address. So people yep, and use it lighter gray. Yeah, they can type in their own address, or they could use Google Voice. Okay, adjust this a little bit. Okay, and let's.
So, Priyasha, yes, I'm actually working on a PC, by the way, so not everybody's on Mac, and that's another sort of benefit of, of XD is the fact you can work cross-platform. Oh, there we are. Yes, right here. So you can actually check this out real fast. So again, this is obviously the PC version. You can, I can actually open up a link here, copy the embed code, but this is sort of the latest version, essentially. So you can see this version right here. You can add comments to it as well as I kind of go through. In fact, let's see if I have comments on some of these other screens. If I go back, you can see some pinned comments essentially, which is kind of cool. And yes, there's more that it can do, but essentially, great. This is great, but change it all, right? Because that's what everybody else says. Let's pin it right here. There we go, in the middle of nowhere. But essentially, that's what I just did, is add some comments that then stay with the file and all that good stuff. So, and again, on this Windows machine, I was just showing commenting for this XD file.
All right.
But when you go to publish your prototype, it's going to look a little bit different. So it's going to allow for comments, and you also have the ability to copy the embed code. So, yeah. And check this out. I want to show one more thing. Can I do this? Publish design specs. This is a beta. So it's already published out. So let's just open up this link. But right in here, I can actually get the design specs for this. As I select this icon in the center, look, it gives me all the properties for that object off to the side. So I can actually get the individual specs for these elements, which is pretty cool. Essentially, you can see the style for that text and everything. So like peeking into this file and getting this data is pretty awesome. And again, this is brand new beta. So something that didn't exist yesterday is all of a sudden right here. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd
You
be
know?
so much easier to communicate with the developers.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so nice. And then I hope someday you could just like, so we used to, we've had something in the past called extract, which will actually allow you to extract the assets out from the browser. So who knows? I don't know. Maybe that'll come someday. I don't know. But either way. Oh, looks like Tim actually replied to a comment on this particular file, which is awesome. Hopefully he said something nice, but Tim's a nice guy. So, all right, let's go back to yours. Looking fancy. There it is.
Okay, all right. So I'm done with the first screen. The second screen, click on this icon right here, and I'll just go right there. Android mobile. Now you have a new screen, and let's name it. Oh yeah, this would be services. So let's see.
I like that. So when you select the artboard tool off in the properties panel, it gives you all the template sizes.
So these elements will repeat on this screen as well. So copy, paste, drag it over. There you go.
Bingo.
And this right here, I want to fix it. I should have used the text box instead of just having the text like this.
Oh, so then it would wrap.
Yeah.
That's like something that you probably have to go back and like just kind of like redo it real fast, I guess.
But it's XD, so we
Yeah.
could do it super fast. All right. Let me delete that.
So yeah, James, to answer your question, like I said it's not Adobe, it's for the community. Well, at the end of the day, we do need to pay the developers somehow, and we can't do it in just hugs. We've tried. So yes, the developers cost money. So essentially, yes, that's where some of that is going. Either way, I wish everything was free, but at that point, you're kind of getting what you pay for, I think. Free hugs for everyone. We do give out free hugs, don't we? Right? A free hug for everybody who downloads this app gets a free hug. You get an oil change, your car washed, and a hug. Yeah. Can that be one of the selections? Can somebody just come by and give you a hug?
We could
Is that a
definitely
thing?
make an app that has that feature.
Can we build that in? And not to make it weird, but you know what? It's like life would be better if, I think everybody needs a hug. Call me weird. I don't know. It's just a thing. I'm really lonely is what I'm saying. Just joking.
Right here. Try to drag and drop.
You'd have to, if you want to redeem your hug, you're gonna probably have to find us at some location, and but yeah, yes. Boom, there you are. Turn it into a text area.
Yeah, all right. So on this screen, it's going to be exactly like this, just with different text and content. So select, go, copy, paste. There you go.
There you are. And just like in Illustrator, you can hold on the Alt key and drag, and it will duplicate as well.
Yep.
Which is cool.
So.
In about 5 minutes, we're gonna do a random giveaway. Just FYI.
All right.
You can continue until then.
Services. And I have the text for the services.
All right, and Johnny Vino just walked in. He's up in an hour. He's getting ready. He's getting loose. He's doing his stretches back there. I could see him doing some upward dog, some downward dog, doing some yoga poses. We got a full day of UX UI today. And you're making this easy. You're just doing a little copy paste or turning those into text files, and then there it is. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, today is all about saving time.
Yeah,
And
I like it. Warrior pose, you got it.
All right, so I made this up. Just very simple, something fun. So I'm repeating the process of turning text into a plain text file. Plain text. Saving it to desktop again. Services. Okay. And yeah, I love using this just drag, drop.
Drag and drop.
Oh,
Was that the first, maybe
See,
the first
you
word? Can you
have-
open up that TXT file real fast? Maybe.
Yep, here's the problem. If you have to put them in the same line. But that's part of
Where's that? And then we can always add hugs free later.
hugs for free.
Hugs cost free.
Export.
Hello, Poland. Hopefully you're saying hello from Poland. Good to have you here. People will hear from around the world, which is good to see. Awesome, Francis. Francis Chan just spent some time working on their contest entry. We'll review those in about 45 minutes. In a couple minutes, we're going to actually just do a random giveaway because we can and because we like you guys and because we can't actually physically give you a hug right now. It's the best we can do. So,
All right, so I updated the text file and we go back in and we'll edit these later. Yeah. So do you want to do the giveaway now?
yeah,
or-
we could do the giveaway.
Yeah.
What? Giveaway. You guys want to do the giveaway? So just get active in the chat. Say hello. Free hugs for everyone. Hello, Jessica. You're doing great. Welcome to your very first stream. And essentially, that's how you enter is by being active in the chat. We need to make sure you're there before we potentially give you something. So thank you, Kendra. Thank you, Munir and Merrick. And the names are flying by. Vincent, Amy, Drew, Michael, Nacer, Karsten, Amy. Hard to read. All the names. So we're going to be giving away a poster either from, I think we have, let's get my memory going. So Robzilla is the first one. Then we have Jingwei. And then we have Christine Heron. That's her poster. So one of the three posters we'll give away. And we might even give away some fancy socks as well. I think it's a package deal. Is that correct? One size fits all, I assume. But yeah, high quality socks, Adobe XD,
That's so
or
cute.
PX, depending on which way you want to look at it. But I think it's actually XD. So that's what we're giving away. And you guys are being active in chat, so I really appreciate that, guys. And we would just appreciate you guys being here. Of your own free time, you can get something for free. So thank you guys so much. Socks. All right. You guys are doing great. You guys entering just random, very cool Adobe XD. People want the socks.
Yeah, those are very
Maybe
cute socks.
you like the socks too.
Yes.
Maybe we'll pull some strings around here so you can walk away with some socks.
Definitely.
We can't have your feet getting cold while you're designing and prototyping and everything. So.
All right.
And as soon as as soon as the Adobe Live team, our team of about 45 people working away behind the scenes. Ooh, I did see that. I think I saw that name, Gus. I think I saw that name, right? Wallace? Congratulations, Wallace! I don't have a last name, but congratulations, Wallace. You win a free poster and the awesome socks. So, Wallace, just let us know that you're in the chat. Say yippee or whatever, just so we know that you heard us. But thank you so much, Wallace. We're going to be contacting you on Behance. Hopefully you guys are watching on Behance.net/live. Yeah, congratulations, buddy. I know one person's feet who are not going to get cold, nor is your wall going to be bare. So thank you so much. And we're back. Look, I turned around and you just like made another screen.
All right, so it's the same process. Make a new screen, and this will be our last screen for today. It'll be a login screen, very straightforward, with Google and Facebook login buttons. All right, so
Hugs for Wallace.
login. I want to talk about using symbols in XD. So let's say we have a button right here and add to the symbols. So what it does is that all right, let's say I just want to use it here. What it does is that when you make changes to one, it will automatically update all the rest throughout the entire document. So I'll try to change the color to show you guys. There we go.
I like it. Do it again.
Yep.
Like, I love how it changes everywhere.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm easily amused.
Imagine if you have like 100, 1,000 different screens and you don't have to go back and manually change everything. You could just do it once and it would update it
We'll probably
for
just
you throughout the entire document.
I like it. Can you just change? You might want to change the red a little bit because it tends to vibrate on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm not,
White.
Yeah, I'm not
look
using
at that. You're like, no problem, Paul. I will change it that easily.
All right. So what if I don't? Okay. What if I don't want that color, but I want to keep the shape? We can do right click and ungroup symbol. There we go. So now if I change the color for this one, it wouldn't affect the other symbols in the group. Okay, I'm gonna do ungroup symbol for this one as well. So I'm gonna have a different color for these two. Okay.
Tim can attest to the socks being one size fits all. I'm not sure if his shoe size was correct, but yeah, that's... Tim, I want to know how tall you are, by the way. Can I just ask that? So again, we have symbols. We have, obviously, the symbols are all linked to, in our instances of that main symbol, you can break a link to the symbol like you just did. Now you have different ones, which is awesome.
So we're done with the grayscale wireframe. And okay, now let's link it and preview it on my Samsung Galaxy.
Look at you, getting all fancy.
Right here.
Right on a device. This is the first time we've done this, so.
Yep. So on the top, you can switch around the different modes. Coming to the prototype mode, just click on it and you click on the elements. It will give you a little arrow. Alright, so let's say I want to link this. Let's group these. Okay, you could do it here, or you could use the keyboard shortcut. Alright, so you have this arrow right here. Just drag it out and drop it onto the screen that you want that button to link to. Okay, just here.
There you are, boom.
And yeah, you can make different transitions and yeah, the timing on that. Let's see.
Are you gonna link it? Did you just link it back too, or no?
Since this is we could definitely change this to a back button, but I mean,
yeah, either way.
This is a hamburger.
I noticed as soon as I link my first two screens together, I constantly go forward, back, and then I'm just like mesmerized that I was able to link two screens together.
You know what? Let's
because I'm easily
change
amused.
this to a back arrow just for demonstration's sake.
Sweet.
All right. Let's go back to. You could definitely just draw an arrow, but today is all about using the UI kit.
Oh yeah, you're gonna take an arrow from the UI kit too? Nice.
Yep. They should have most of everything we need in here. Okay, I don't. I mean, I
Is there an arrow
see
in there?
these.
Oh yeah, that'd work. And that's good because you want it to remain consistent too. So that is a good call. I am working on just like a quick logo for you, just FYI, just keeping it simple.
Nice. Okay. Let's do this. Change the color. Let's go back to design mode.
Hello, Sarah. I'm also actually curious if if it's your first time joining us today. Would love to hear you. If it's your first time joining us on a live stream, because it happens to be Jessica's first time. Welcome,
Yep.
Jessica.
Thanks.
We're getting
All right,
work
now
done.
this back arrow right here, let's link it back to the home page. All right,
Bop.
there you go.
You do have to add your own sound effects.
And yeah, for everything in here, it take you to the login. And let's change this as well. There we go.
Everybody's working. We're all working. You're linking screens together. I have a good 6 or so entries as well that I'm not quite ready to show.
Links to that. This links to that. Right. Yeah, so after you linked the screens, go up and there's this icon right here, a mobile phone icon. Click on it. It'll ask you to download the XD on your phone. And so just go to your Play Store. And yeah, I already have it on my phone. So, how do you want to show this?
We'll just we'll use this GoPro again.
Oh wait, so before you do that, save. Okay.
Yeah.
Save it and save it into the Creative Cloud. Save as so do we have a name for the app?
Care. Let's do
okay.
CAR lowercase e.
All right, there you go. CAR lowercase e, and then there you go. Care app.
We're up to 54 for the Adobe Live team, all named Gus with different numbers. Because the audience has grown so large, we need that many Gus's to manage it all. Oh, is this? I've never done it this way. This is fascinating.
Yeah, so I have it here. I just drag and
drop it right in Creative
it.
Cloud files. Okay.
Okay. So you have to wait for it to upload.
That is cool.
All right, it's
Here, I'll probably turn this around, and we'll probably give it a second to do its thing. So this is really cool. There's actually a couple different ways you can do this, but this totally works. We'll just wait a second. We're on just our own little private little Wi-Fi network that we're working on. And we will see it here in a second. Awesome. So yes, we do. Oh yes, Leo was told to say hi. Hello, Leo. Thank you so much for being here. It's first time here, from what I understand, if you're answering my question from earlier. So thank you so much. We got a lot going on. I'm actually syncing. We're working together. She's syncing that file. We actually have a Creative Cloud library that we're sharing as well. We could do this a number of ways. Like even if you have a
let's show the audience how you would do it.
Oh yeah, I'm actually syncing right now. I don't have, since this isn't my computer, I can't like connect and stuff like that. It will just like take a little long. But I'm actually accessing all of our Creative Cloud libraries and syncing to my desktop.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's it should have been there. Like,
can you just preview it in a browser to kind of show everybody?
Okay. So right here you can record, and you can also
publish prototypes. See, notice how that's new? That's new stuff. It's exciting. Danny Ho, hello from LA. Jessica's from LA as well.
Hello.
So your neighbor right here.
Yep.
Happy Christmas to you, to Antonio, because why not? To answer your question, there is autosave in other apps like Illustrator, Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere Pro, all that good stuff. All right, so look at that. Allow comments. Open it up. Here we are. We're scrolling down, which I don't think a lot of people know about that. So
pretend
glad you
this
added
is
that.
your phone. Okay.
Totally works. And if you actually showed that on your phone, it won't show any of the Chrome around it. It'll go full screen, which is kind of nice. I'm into it. There we are. Services.
And then click.
Free hug.
Log in. There you go.
Nice.
Then you could go back. Yeah. I'm gonna fix the. I think it's like a problem with.
Wi-Fi it's a Wi-Fi issue, and I apologize to you, Ryan, to Juan D. Duarte, and everyone. Chris Briggs.
Yeah. So that step, if you preview it live on your phone and you don't like a certain size of the text, it's like, oh, it's too small, just go back and change it. And it's extremely convenient, and it saves you a lot of time. Yeah,
that's awesome. And it just can you click the share button on right here while we're taking a look? because I just want you to open that up because this again is new. I showed published design specs beta, so if you don't see that, just make sure you might need to restart, but essentially you just need to refresh the Creative Cloud desktop app to update Adobe XD, and then you can manage published links. So we kind of reformatted this a little bit. I'm glad that that's there because once you publish an app, it's going to be out there for, I don't know, until you take it down, essentially. So that's why you need to be able to manage that content. So, you know what we should do while that's syncing? We should be reviewing some of the fancy entries. Can we do that?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do that.
Fun, yeah.
All right. It's all about you guys. So, Adriana, Luis, Michael, Leo, we're going to take a look at some of these entries. I don't have the specific names who made these, but we're going to click through them all. So we have Travello. And just to recall, by the way, this is essentially the contest right over here, contest tab. I know it's getting kind of meta right now, but it's all about public transportation, and there needs to be 3 screens. So here we are, Travello, enter in. Notice if I click off anywhere, it's going to say, hey, you need to press the go button.
Very neat.
Billings, Montana, Bozeman. I take he's from Montana. I can scroll down. Let's go to Billings. Oh, it'd be great to go to Billings. I'm booking that flight. Let's do this. Good job. I kind of dig the logo, by the way. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun, right?
Yep.
I think it's hard to pull off a sort of a handwritten, like cursive type font.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know Instagram's like that, but I think it's you can easily fall into that Comic Sans territory. So this is a great job. Next one is Walkable. Oh, where are you going? Favorite coffee shop? I'd walk up to, do you have a favorite coffee shop? Or do you drink, you do drink coffee?
Yeah, I don't know. Starbucks.
You don't have one? Starbucks? I'm going to go with Blue Bottle. Blue Bottle.
Yeah, that's
This
better.
is not Blue Bottle. Is this even coffee is the question.
Is it?
Ooh, there's one that's only 1.2 kilometers away. The next bus is in 20 minutes. You should walk, right? Because you got to burn off that pastry that you know you're going to get at the coffee shop anyway. Oh, this is a map included. This is cool. Little screenshot, just like we were doing.
Yep.
Awesome. Oh, and then walkable, and then you can click done, and we go back to the beginning. So we got to keep these in mind as we review them. We'll have to pick a favorite. NYC Nav. I like the logo. From point A to point B. This kind of tells you the best way to get from point A to point B in New York City. Mm-hmm. I really like the design of this, don't you? Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of your stuff because you use some gradients, you have some like darker colors, and it just pops. This little bit of like this neon green is awesome.
Yep.
And 4 screens, so mad props. Busy Bus. Hey, let's take a look at Busy Bus. So we go. We have home. We can go to schedule. There's the schedule for the bus routes. We'll go back home. Here's our home. So this must be our ticket and what we have apparently booked. And here's the route. So route, your ticket, where you're going to go, and then here's the schedule. There's a lot going on in the screens.
I like how they use the 3D view instead of just the flat.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Ooh, taxis. Taxis. Let's find a taxi near me.
I'll use that.
Right?
Yeah.
Scrollable. I like it. Little Adobe stock. Hey, all good. Ooh, there's 10 screens in here. Look at this. Let's hire this guy. He seems like a nice gentleman. Oh, I would love to confirm my request. Sounds like a reasonable offer. Driver accepted your request. This is exciting. And I'm trying to click around. We can go, ooh, look. Slide out menu. You know, mad props because they did 10 screens here. So I think, that's awesome. I don't even think I got to all of them. But that's really cool how they put this together. Oh, here's another one. Close that. So that's how you'd have to do a flyout menu. Yeah. Is it's going to have to be a separate screen, and then you just duplicate it and do an overlay. Super cool. Let's go. Okay, so that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we've reviewed. You still have about 30 minutes to get your designs in. We'll review more later on. And I'll just kind of keep these us to kind of remind us. But shout out to everybody who worked on these. I'll say your names in a second as I switch to that screen, and I don't want to reveal all your secret. So thank you, Joe. Thank you, William Workman, Francis Chan, Mikael, Kyle, and looks like Luis Philippe and Edwin Guevara and Anve. I have all of yours in, so don't think that I overlooked them. I'll be reviewing them later.
All right. So now this is the fun part. Yeah, we get to put in images, colors, icons, and all that.
This is the fun part.
So I want to talk about Adobe stock. Very, very. Oh, well, I have it right here. Okay, oil change. They have very nice images. There you go. And yeah, so the one that I downloaded this one. Yeah, just go through and pick out images that you like.
And since this is still kind of like the prototype, you don't. If anybody's like entering the contest, like you can have watermarked images. We don't expect people to buy images and all that stuff. Just an FYI, you're not going to get like dinged for having a watermarked image. But that's a nice one. I like that. That does it.
Yep, and yeah, and also on Adobe stock, you could get icons as well. Or let's see, auto icons.
30 credits to each guess. Oh, sweet. Oh, by the way, can we have a little present for you, by the way, since you're joining us today? We're going to give you 30 Adobe stock credits. Does that sound good?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Compliments of Lee and Michael Shays and the Adobe Live team, including all the Gus's.
All right, so this right here. Let's see. Yeah, we need icons for oil change, car washes.
I like it. You got that one licensed image, 100 auto icons.
Yep, so download it and
welcome back, Alexander.
so that file, it opens up as an Illustrator file. All right. Yep, so we could come back here and pick out something for our app.
And another way to use some of those assets is to use Creative Cloud libraries. If you want to. So yeah, click right there.
Yep.
We can change that to oil change 1.
All right, so
Can you?
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you are. Sweet.
Yep. You could download it onto your computer or name it and have it save into the library, the Creative Cloud library. Okay, I have some JPEGs made earlier. Let's see. So yeah, you pick out the images that you really like, and you could go into Photoshop, kind of edit it a little bit, color correct it, do whatever you think will look nice. with your app. And yeah, let me...
I think that looks good. I like those.
All right, so earlier I said you could click on the shape and just drag and drop the JPEGs onto the shape. Let me show you. Okay. Go back to design.
Yeah,
mode.
good call.
So we want this to, yeah, we'll just change the size later. Okay. Let's do it here, and then we'll extend this down later.
Drag, drop.
All right.
Done. And
Yep.
done.
And then you can,
Bump.
and also if you need to crop it differently,
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So
Yep.
there's a couple different ways you could do this. The cropping, but that totally worked.
yep.
You good.
So yeah, this process, you know, you can spend a lot of time or very little time on it. It's really your own design process, and play around on XD until you get something that you really like.
And I think it's interesting to point out that you did a drag and drop into like essentially a shape, which is like creates this container. So it's going to work differently than if you just dragged and dropped in the image.
Yeah, let me show you how.
Ooh, that's nice too. I don't know which image I like better.
So without the shape as a container, if you just do this, it just be like a...
Yeah. So it's like huge
Yep.
and obviously doesn't fill that one area that you had.
Yeah.
And a third way is to like, you could have a shape as long as it's one continuous solid shape. You can treat that as like a mask for an image too,
Yeah.
for what it's worth.
Okay. So personally, I like to have like a layer of semi-transparent like color on top of the background image. So let's do. So I think this right here. Set to value.
I don't think some of the key shortcuts haven't changed in the last update, to answer your question. But tell me what you're talking about. If something's changed, I want to know about it. Thank you, Eileen Wong, as well, for submitting a design prototype for the contest. Thank you again, Edwin and Envy. We got more entries in. Cool. So we have
Okay.
30 minutes left, just so you know, and we need probably 10 minutes to review designs, roughly.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Let's see. So, yeah, let's just use this for now. Let me see.
Yes, thank you, Andrew Apple Pie. That's music playing in the background. Shout out to him. He gets lots of play.
I'm making the container for the map JPEG. Okay.
Nice.
Send this to back.
All right, finally these graphics are syncing. Because I'm gonna
is it working now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a logo here in a sec.
Great. That's a very bad map.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, you guys get the idea.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is totally fine. You're funny.
Let's make this.
I'm syncing the logo now too. Just have to give it a second. So, what's everybody doing? Eileen, we were just looking at your design, by the way. Also wondering how to control and manipulate the masked images. So, just an FYI, and jump in there. So, yes.
What color do you guys want?
Colors, anybody? Throw out a color. What's the color for specifically? Like the
just
background?
this semi-transparent kind of.
Oh, okay. Like an overlay color?
Yeah,
Okay.
like on top of everything.
Hey, Nacer. I want to say, did you send in a submission? Oh, no, you did not. All right, cool. Orange. Some people say orange, some people say
Orange?
yellow. That's going to be tough, though. Green's good. The issue is anytime you anytime you mix orange with something else or yellow, it's going to look awfully muddy. But orange might work. Hot pink. I love, actually, hot pink and teal are like some of my favorite colors right now. And that still works.
All right, let's.
My logo is white. Amber, I don't know who Amber is. Oh, wait, Amber, the color. Oh,
Anything,
bad
guys?
joke.
And remember, it doesn't have to be desaturated. You can
The
lower
green
saturation.
really, I think everybody has an opinion right now. I mean, that green is really fun. Yellow reminds me of a taxi. Green kind of says go. Blue is the most trusting color, and also supposedly like 40% of the population's favorite color is blue.
Yeah.
Purple always tests well as being a very positive color. I don't know why it doesn't get used more often.
Okay.
So teal, I love teal. Okay, somebody's liking the teal. Cool. We just do this for the next 25 minutes. We're just tweaking colors.
Yep.
Alexander, what color do you want? We want to hear it, but I really like that too. I'm syncing the logo now. It actually will be in your library. It should be.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like that kind of turned on.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, oil, yellow, yeah, I get it. Like a golden yellow. Yeah, that could be like oil.
This is what happens.
No, Paul, we're going to spend the next 25 minutes just tweaking this one color. That's all. Forget gray.
This is strange. Why isn't it letting me?
That might be the container, or I don't know if that's actually a separate shape. Yeah, I guess it is. So yeah, you should be able to drag it right on there.
Yep. So I don't know what's going
Boop.
on. Oh, there
Okay,
we go.
there we go. Just had to talk nice to it. Just be nice to it. Be like, okay, it will help you out.
So let's just make this black for now until we decide on the color. All right.
Hey, do what you want. Like, hey, it is your project.
Black.
Everybody had an opinion about the colors.
Isn't
And now you totally
fun?
went black. You're like, I can't, people. I can't right now.
This is the design process. This is the fun
Do you think
part.
everybody would agree on the same color? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
And then when you're ready, I have a little logo that you drop in there too.
Oh yeah.
Because we'd show how you can load in Creative Cloud libraries. Just for fun. Eileen, don't you love colors? You say it's something you struggle with, but it's also just like it's just so fun. I mean, it just changes the whole personality of the piece.
Yep.
So, and you do a good job with your colors, by the way. Looking at your portfolio, I personally really like your work. You know, it's just your lighting in it and your pop of color that you use. It looks like really, really good. I just really like your style.
Thank you. Okay. Logo. See, go to my.
Oh yeah, no, I got you one better actually.
It's in here. Right?
Let's let's go right here. Go to
Okay.
XD and then go to File.
Okay. File.
Open CC Libraries. Let's enable. So maybe we got to enable this. This might take a second, but essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Let me give that a second. If you click over into Photoshop, actually, you should be able to see the logo. We can always export it out from there. But in your library panel, we'll go to the oil.
Oh, change one.
Oil change one. Oh, it would still be syncing. So here it is, essentially. And it's not quite there yet. So what's funny is I see all of your various icons. So essentially this is what's happening. I don't know if you like this, but you can see on my screen, this is kind of what I threw together. You could
like
always
it.
change it, but you know, great name. I don't know who came up with this. I think a couple people said it, but man, you guys were onto something. So appreciate that. And all I did is I just dragged both layers in here, and now it's CARE. You could see the auto icons right here. This is what she added. So we're actually collaborating, and all we did is selected collaborate. So from there, it's just a matter of just switching to, XD, and then opening up that CC library as soon as it gets synced. So you can see it right here. This is it. This is the object that I want to drop in here, and that's exactly what Jessica will be doing. So it's kind of that, essentially that simple, but we'll get this in the interface here in a second. You guys get the idea. So let's see what time we got. All right, we have about 15 minutes. We actually need to show off at least 4 of the designs. We have a lot to choose from. I really don't like. I love looking at them. I don't like deciding.
That's hard.
It's just too hard. It's
Yep.
just too much pressure.
They're all really
Doesn't
nice.
it feel
Yeah.
feel like it's so much pressure?
I like a lot of them right now.
I know. And we'll have to decide. Shall we review them while I guess that syncs, I guess? Or what do you want to do? Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, let's do it. All right, so I'll reference your names later, but we'll just switch over here. To my screen, we have at least 4 more. We have DC Streetcar. as I click, I can see, oh wow, there's multiple links right in here. Streetcar tracker. It's all my files that have been added. Sorry, I had to sync my
I see.
transit map. Here's the transit map. That's good. I mean, I appreciate everybody working on this. Service schedule. There you go, the service schedule. So congratulations. I'll have to reference your name again. It's not in the interface. So let's just kind of move on to this next one. Very nice. I can see some of your work has this kind of depth, but I love how this is floating here. Oh, I think it looks great. Let's log in. Oh, let's go to GoPool. Ooh, that's sweet.
Oh, that's
Into
nice.
it. Ooh. So let's actually we can go to the date, pick a date. That's very nice. Is this a UI from the UI kit? I wonder. It looks like it might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to.
I think they have a calendar in there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, way to go. Oh, I love how this slides out, slides back. Man, congrats.
Oh, I like this little accent color.
Oh, yeah, that's very good. So design-wise, like, yeah, A+. We will we'll reference this later too. We'll keep that one up. We think that's a pretty strong one. I don't think you showed this one, did you? Or did you?
No.
Okay, cool. Transit. Oh, I forgot who made this. They submitted this a couple times. Find my location. How do you know where I am? Adobe headquarters. Transit. Okay, current location to Adobe's headquarters. And you can see how long it will take you to get there. Turn right on XD Street. They're being creative with the language. I'm into it.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Like it.
Good
Very
job.
clean.
Yeah, it is very nice, huh? Oh, wait. This is yours. Wait. This isn't making any sense to me. Oh, yeah. This is right. Okay, so what she did is she posted this on Behance. So this is nice. So this is really cool. Essentially what they did here, by the way, is they did an embed. So they went to XD, they had their project, they went here, and they published a prototype, but not only that, they can, get the embed code for it, essentially. So I think that's cool. So here we are. Let's dive into this. Get started. Let's find parking for my fancy car. Right down here, downtown San Diego. Sounds great to me. Scroll down further. It looks like there's a parking lot with 78 spots available. How do they know that? You know what place needs this is airports.
Yeah.
Because it's such an issue. Ooh, what? Oh, and then this is the menu button right up here at the top to kind of get you back. So Eileen, great job. Appreciate you publishing it right to your Behance page, and let's just check out. So that's all. That's all of these. We'll kind of click through. I can kind of get it narrowed down to, maybe some of the ones that I like, but it's really our job to kind of find the one we want to go with. So I'm getting this narrowed down for us right now. Oops, sorry about that. Let's get rid of that. There we are. So we have this one. This one had the nice accent color, so I'm going to leave that one up. We had taxis that we reviewed earlier. We liked the perspective of this map, so that worked, but I would say this one is really strong as well, based on the colors.
Yeah.
And then there was walkable, which, was not bad. All right, so I'll get it narrowed down to my top 3.
Ooh, this is so hard.
I know. I need to... I don't know if you could... I need a reference. Can we go to the full screen view? Thank you. I just need to open up. I got to make sure I have all the entries, essentially, is what's happening. Okay. All right. Okay, I just had to do a double check. I have it kind of narrowed down to my top 3. So, actually, technically there's 4, but I like this one. This one's fantastic. I think Eileen did a great job, right? Looks good. This one as well, I like the accent color. It's pretty easy to work with, right? So a lot of data, but I think they do a good job of organizing it. Those nice, elegant color corners look fantastic. The little slight, overlay. Love the colors here, by the way. I absolutely love this one. I think this one's fantastic. I can kind of click through these screens. I think it did a very good exercise in minimalism. And then I also like this one. Was pretty straightforward, but totally works as well. Travello. This one has lots of scrollable screens. So that one, that one, that one, that one.
Ooh,
You ready to break some hearts?
okay, yeah.
Yeah, the park logo did a good job, but you know what they could have done with this park logo is made it look like a P. So if they would have flipped it, if they literally take the logo and flip it, it would be in the form of a P.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, you know which one you want.
This one?
You like this one?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta find out whose this is. So I might need to switch off my screen so I can kind of dig up the name, unfortunately. Shit. Oh, no. You know who you are. You know who you are. Ooh, and then there was this one, by the way, the transit one, which was also nice. That's one I kind of missed. Wait for it. Wait for it. I gotta still find the one that was selected. So you might need to give me a second. How are we doing over there? We pretty squared away? You want to enter yours in the contest? Just kidding.
Let me see if I have your logo.
Oh, Anve. Awesome. Oh. But
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with this computer in particular. I'm not getting any of the Creative Cloud syncs.
did Envy already win though? Okay. Well, all right. Good Lord, I'm having a hard time selecting that. Congratulations to Anve. Anve, you have won. So congratulations. Congratulations, buddy. We want to hear that you're in chat, and sure enough, you are. Awesome. Anve, congratulations, buddy. Great job, especially for such a complex app. You can see all the detail in this. Did a great job.
Is she on mesh?
What's that? Yeah, you should be, but let's double check that you're on let's check your network settings up there. Go to the wireless real fast.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's getting synced. Nonetheless, it is all good. The logo actually was like pretty easy to make. Essentially, I just used any one of these items actually could be turned into a logo if you want to just drop something in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this would be great. Even
yeah.
like that right there. That looks like an oil funnel.
Okay.
You know, we can do some live designing right now if you want to. Just paste that in there,
All
make it
right.
white, and then we're going to do one other little trick for everybody.
Okay, all right. Let's do this.
Paste that in there. So when you paste in anything, it's going to paste it in as basically like an SVG. You can change the fill. If there was text, you can actually change the text, which is great. Let's do one more thing now. Let's go into Photoshop. And let's go to your custom shapes, which is behind your rectangle. This is a good tip for everyone. Custom shape tool right there. And then let's go up to the very top where that arrow is. Do that drop down, expand that out, because you'll notice, there's not a lot in there, right? Now go to that flyout menu, which is in the upper right. and then select all. And you could just, you could just append. That's fine. Whatever. Just click OK. Yeah. Boom.
Ooh,
so expand that out and
alright.
just like show everybody that
this.
like you have all these. So that's where I took the hearts. So there's a heart in there. You could literally say halfway right there down.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
All right, let's use this. So,
Yeah. And just like you literally just need to just kind of draw it on something and then do a copy paste. Oh, this is fun too because we get to kind of show how to get things from even Photoshop into XD as well. So you can draw it any color, really doesn't matter, any size doesn't matter.
okay.
Got
How
about
would you
2
do it?
minutes too.
Oh.
Go ahead and just draw it out. Just click and drag. Or yeah, that works too.
Oh. Okay.
Right click on that layer. Wherever your layers panel is, that's your history panel actually. Yeah, layers. You got it over there? There it is. Under L, halfway
right
down.
here.
Boom.
All right.
Right click
Okay.
and copy. Where is it? Right click on the. Yeah, let me try for a sec. Well, anyways, we should just be able to copy this and paste it. So we just like copy it. You can export it as a ping file, but essentially that's what we do is we'd copy it and paste it. Yeah, but we're kind of down to our last minute too. So
All right.
we're so close getting this logo in there, but you guys get the idea.
Yeah.
You wanted to enter in the contest so you could win Creative Cloud, huh? Is that what you were trying to do? So close. But yeah, Jessica, what do you think? How was your first live stream? How'd it feel? This is
Yeah, it's very exciting.
yeah, but it's also nerve-wracking. Let's face it, because right, you're busy designing while while trying to talk to people. Like, how often do you do this? It's a very solitary existence that we lead as designers.
Exactly.
We usually talk to the screen that doesn't talk back, and now we have all these people. Which you have to admit, everybody's like super nice here, right? Thank you so much for the names. Thank you so much for the colors. You guys helped build this app. We'll get it all squared away. We'll show it tomorrow when you're back again at 11 a.m. PST. So. Fantastic. Any closing words?
Yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll make something prettier tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Today's my first day.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Thank you so much. Johnny Vino is up next. He's over there doing warrior pose, stretching it out with Michael Shays. So stick around, guys. Stay with us.